Well, it's certainly been a brutal time to be in the bar and restaurant business. Riverside County has ordered all bars to close as coronavirus cases here continue to climb. But could restaurants be next? And will most of these businesses be able to recover? Today I spoke with the owner of Zinn American Bistro and Revel Public House in Palm Springs, Mindy Reed. Mindy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
First off, put us in your shoes. How is it to be a restaurant owner right now and bar owner?
It's probably the hardest thing I've done in my life so far. It's not, I had a meeting with my employees yesterday and I told them, it's not the hospitality business anymore. It's, it's feeding people, and it's feeding people in a healthy way that keeps us healthy and them healthy. And it just doesn't feel like hospitality.
So this has really hurt your bottom line.
Well, I own two locations. One I still have closed, and I'm going to probably keep it closed until September. So yes. Rebel, I just opened 4 weeks ago, and I'm only open 4 days a week, and it's actually been doing very well, surprisingly. The numbers on the days that I'm open are actually really good. But yeah, hurting my bottom line on a lot of levels, but also just the feel of it, just the environment. It's just not the same.
So Zinn, which is one of your restaurants, you said is going to be closed through September.
Yes, I will be reopening that in September.
Were you surprised that the governor just issued another order closing bars?
Surprised? No. I honestly, as much as I would like to say that bars could be safe, if you're inside drinking for hours and hours, I don't see how it's safe. It's a difficult position.
Do you think restaurants are next?
I hope not. Hopefully we will get the wake-up call that we need to take this seriously, and hopefully people coming to town that are going out will start to take it a little more seriously. I think that it can be controlled. I think we can stay open, but it's going to take people wearing masks and people distancing and people to stop looking at it as a political position to wear or not wear a mask, and realizes it's about stopping the spread, and that's all it's about.
Were the customers at Revel doing all of that, social distancing, wearing face coverings, or were you having to sort of tell a lot of people, hey, you can't come in unless you do these things?
Well, the first weekend I had no idea what it was going to be like. So we just kind of had somebody at the door telling people, and then turning around, not realizing that the minute you turn around, they'll start to pull their mask up and then they just drop it. It's been a progression. Not this weekend, but the weekend before, I finally started having everybody actually sign a paper. The host seats them at the table and gives them a paper to sign that they have no symptoms of COVID, and that they also agree to wear a mask whenever they are not seated at the table, whether it's to get up and smoke or use the restroom or change seats or whatever their reason is that they need to get up, and when they leave. And that if they don't do so, they will immediately be asked to leave the restaurant. And I make every person seated at the table sign it. And oddly enough, that has seemed to make a difference. People can't say they don't know anymore. If they do get up from the table without it, it's more of a, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I forgot, rather than, oh, I didn't know. And it also has prevented a few people from coming in. They've gotten up and left, or they've just refused to come in because they had to sign that paper. And I'm fine with that.
So you were actually screening customers before they even walked through the door and then made them sign that paper. Does it frustrate you then to see that other restaurants and bars are not doing nearly as much as you are?
It does. It frustrates me a lot to see the ones that are not. And it gives me a lot of strength to see some that are. There's a real solid team of us, especially the smaller places in downtown, that I'm very proud of. We've all gotten together and tried to be on the same page, and I'm really proud of them. And I'm really disappointed in the ones that are not, yes. And it makes it more difficult when you get the expletive, and then you will just go to wherever. It kind of, yeah, that's a jab in the heart.
So you've gotten a lot of pushback from folks.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, that must be tough.
It is. It's really tough. It's not fun at all. I have three or four hostesses that work for me, and I've started to be there like 15 hours a day on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays, especially when we're open from 7:30 in the morning till midnight. Um, and I've started to be there just because I don't want to put that all on them because it's a lot. People people are very combative. They want to turn it into a political thing with you right away. They want to just say it's a hoax or it's all about politics or why are you doing this? We came from, wherever to get away and have some freedom, and you guys are even worse. Um, yeah, it's an interesting time.
Do you think that we're going to see some places who aren't going to come back after this?
I think we're going to see a lot of places that don't come back after this. Yeah, I've been really worried about that. People don't realize a lot of times how hard last year was for the industry. It rained almost every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of season, and that had a huge impact on our bottom line. So when we were starting off this year having a really good season, there was a lot of people that were already struggling, and in March, early March, and they were just starting to get back on their feet. And so, yes, this is going to have a huge impact. Um, I'm really sad to say that 50%, 60 to 50% of the restaurants closing wouldn't really shock me.
That's a huge number.
It's tough. It's a tough business. Our bottom line all the time is like often less than 10 cents on a dollar. It's a brutal time to be in business right now.
Well, we certainly wish you all the best. Mindy, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you very much for having me.